Hello everyone, MannyQUESO here. Welcome back to another Blockbench tutorial. I know I haven't said that in a while, but we are back into making another one. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make custom hats. But the only difference this time, I'm going to show you how to make multiple in one texture pack. And all within vanilla Minecraft. No external mods or anything like that. Just to show you proof, this is all the mods I have. Just some client side and performance mods and some of my personal mods right here. And even more proof, no resource packs are enabled right now, but the only resource pack that we will enable is the template that will be, of course, linked in the description like every other Blockbench tutorial. So without further ado, let's go to my desktop and get with modeling. Just like every great Blockbench tutorial video, of course I'm sick, but that is no problem. First, let's go to your file explorer, or if you're on a Mac, your finder. Go to your resource pack folder of Minecraft, so just click options, resource pack, open pack folder, and boom, it'll open it for you. You can see all my texture packs are right here. The template is gonna be this one right here, but if you ever wanna make it, here's how you make it. You make a folder, name it whatever you want. It's gonna have two things in it, an assets folder and a pack.mc meta file. And when you click inside of it, it'll open your notepad of choice, and boom, you can see all that code is in there. This is why I recommend getting the template, because of course getting the template makes it so much easier. And you can also customize the description if you don't want my name on it, so you can name this to, like, you know, John, save it, and boom, now it's just named John for whatever reason, and get rid of this. Now when you make this pack folder, go to assets, create a new folder called Minecraft, and then when in that Minecraft folder, you're gonna make 3 additional folders: items, models, and textures. Now they have to be named exactly like so, and if they're not, it will mess it up. Now in your items folder, you don't have to make anything else, so you can just get out of that. Go to your models folder, make a new folder called item, go into that, and then make a new folder called carved pumpkin. This will be all your hats in here. All the models for them will be in here, and then you can go all the way back to your Minecraft folder, go to textures, and then you're gonna have 2 folders, item and misc. Misc is the miscellaneous folder, which has the pumpkin blur, and the way I did it is so that it's literally a 1x1 pixel that is transparent, so you do not get a pumpkin blur when you put on the pumpkin. And then that other items folder, you're gonna go into item and then make a new folder called carved pumpkin. This is where all your textures for your models are gonna go. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. So hat template pack, and now let's actually start with making a model. So let's open a Blockbench. Now for today's example, I'm gonna do something a little bit crazy, and I know it's gonna be taken out of context, so just bear. Yeah, it's been taken out of context, haven't it? Yeah, Hatsune Miku MannyQUESO here. You can see that I have the what's it called, no hair strands, whatever she has, things they don't go down, you know. So what today's model is going to be hair strands for the Hatsune Miku skin. I know this is ugly to look at. This is horrifying. Let's get out of there. So let's start making the model. So when you open a Blockbench, you're going to be introduced with this pop-up. Of course, just click Java block/item, create new model, and you can name this whatever you want. Only thing is, no capitals and no spaces and no other crazy special characters. So for now, I'm going to call this Miku underscore hair. Click confirm, and boom, now you are in the workspace of Blockbench. What now? Well, now you can make, you know, a cube. But I'm going to keep this organized, so I'm going to get a folder or a group. We're going to rename this to Miku underscore hair. This is just to make it organized. And then I'm going to call a new group temp head, and then put that at the very top. And I'm going to make a 8x8 cube, and center that to the middle of my workspace. And then we're going to duplicate that, and then we're going to inflate it right here by 0.125, enter. And boom, now you have 2 cubes. What you can do, you can click this import texture button. It will open up your file explorer, open your skin of choice. So the Miku MannyQUESO skin, of course, open. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Ignore, and boom. So on the temp head, we're gonna click that and click the eye. And then the smaller one, we're gonna drag over here, and we're gonna resize it to fit a face like that. and then you can click the fill bucket to apply to all faces, and then click each side and drag each side to their corresponding. Now, what you can actually do now, we can get rid of this cube actually. Get rid of that cube and duplicate this one, and boom, and then inflate it 1.25, and then just select all the faces here, and then just drag them over, and boom. Now there's of course a little bit of issues, so all we gotta do is just flip, UV mirror Y, and boom, and now it's fixed. So we have the base of the skin. There's no ponytail thingies. If you want to add like a temporary torso, be my guest. You can do whatever you want. This is for you to express your creativity. So I'm gonna actually do that. I think it's a 8x12. I'm pretty sure that's how Minecraft torso is, something like that. And I'm gonna lock it. So I'm gonna click this, toggle more options, and lock that folder, and boom, so we don't mess with it. Now let's actually start with the modeling. Of course, you don't have to follow exactly what I do. You can do whatever you want. If you're wondering why I'm talking so quietly, of course my allergies are back, and also everyone in the house is asleep. So let's start modeling, and yeah, let's go with the modeling montage. I'm gonna add a reference image of Hatsune Miku. My computer is telling me to kill itself. Add to this project, boom. It doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so I can get a rough sketch. And also, this skin wasn't fully made by me. I literally just put a freaking Hatsune Miku skin over it. But there we go. Let's actually start doing this work. So let's try our best to make this as accurate as possible, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna do this instead. If you ever want to like precisely move things, like how I just did, you see how I did like quarter points? Hold the shift key and then drag. Boom. So I'm gonna do that to give it some like detail, I guess. I'm gonna make it as long as the torso, not as long as the legs, because yeah, there's gonna be problems if I do that, and I'm gonna drive myself insane. I'm gonna lower this down a little bit more. We're gonna make all these points 8 tall. And that looks semi-decent. Okay, I got the structure, I guess. So what I'm gonna do now, instead of just selecting the models like how I have it right now and clicking transform and flick X, what we're gonna do now is instead we're just gonna texture this one strand of hair. So now that we have it selected, we're gonna create a texture. I'm gonna name it miku underscore hair. I'm gonna make this a 16x. Confirm. There we go. Looks good. Now you might be wondering, where's the other strand? Where's the other strand? Oh, it's gonna look weird. Trust, trust, trust. Now we can actually start painting. So we're gonna paint. I got this skin from someone else. So I'm gonna do this. And we're just gonna like color pick it. Can I not color pick locked items? Is that a thing? You can't color pick locked items. That is so weird. Anyways, so let's texture it. You can texture it however you want. If you want to isolate something, just click I. That will isolate it for you. Okay, I'm gonna texture now. Okay, I got a good structure of the textures done. It's pretty simple, nothing too crazy, something just to get by for Hatsune Miku, of course. Now we can actually duplicate this. So we're gonna select each cube. So we're gonna actually have to, you select one, hold control, and click the others. And you hold control for a Mac as well. If you want to hold command, you can, but control also works. But there we go. Now what we do is just duplicate it. So you can right click the selected things right here and just click duplicate, click transform, flip X, boom. Now you have it on both sides. And now that we have, it set up like this, we can get rid of the template, the temporary, model that we have here. So let's delete that whole folder and boom, and we can delete this skin too. Now we have the texture, the model. Now we got to go to display, and you can load up your Minecraft skin by doing, the 3 lines right here, Minecraft skin, username, put in your username. You can put in a file or just reset it to the default. I'm gonna leave it like that. And now you can actually just do whatever you want. So let's do apply preset just to make it simple. Block preset and boom. And then we're just gonna go to the third person left, apply preset, block, person right. And we're gonna put this on block as well, but rotate it like that. Copy, paste. Now on the head slot, we're gonna increase that size by scale on 1.5. So 1.5, 1.5, boom. And then I'm gonna move mine up around, I say 6.25 is a good range. And boom, we have the Hatsune Miku hair right there. Now we go to ground. I'm gonna give this a simple block preset or item, one or the other. Move it up a little bit so it doesn't call around with the floor. Item frame, you can do whatever you want with this. Make it stick around like that. For some reason, I don't even know what this looks like. I don't know why you would have that in your house. And the new shelf block, I'll have it like, can these not move up? What? Excuse me. These cannot move up. Wow, that's interesting. I'll have it like that instead. And in the GUI, I like to have it on block preset, move it up a little bit, and then just give it a nice little spin around. My allergies are killing me right now. Oh my god, I can barely breathe. But now that we have all that done, what we do after doing all that display stuff and fun stuff, you click this little save icon. Click it. Navigate to your folder where you had all your template, the template folder or your pre-made folder. So I'm gonna go to resource packs, hat template folder, assets, Minecraft, textures, item, carved pumpkin, and save it right there. Boom. And now we can save the model. So you click file, export, block/item model, and then it's gonna probably take you back to where you just saved that stuff, but I'm gonna do it again. Go to your Minecraft folder, resource pack, template folder, or wherever you're gonna save it to, your assets, Minecraft, models, item, carved pumpkin, save. Boom. And there you go. I'm gonna make a couple other models so we can make multiple hats in this one texture pack. So let me briefly make a couple more hats. All right, I got my other model set up. All my displays are ready. I took way too much time on this for some reason. I don't know why. I textured it too. Let's save the texture. So you save the texture again. Go to the Minecraft folder, textures, item, carved pumpkin, there, and then name it. Boom. Same thing with the hat, export, same principle, hat one. You can do this as many times as you want, and boom. So let's minimize Blockbench for the time being. But now, how do we get into the game? Well, we're not done yet. Let's go to our web browser. So once you go to the web browser, you're gonna have a link in the description, or you can just type in this URL right here, and boom. Just to make sure we do this from scratch, if you want to follow along, you can. If you want to use the preset link that I can also give you, you can also use that, but I recommend using this and following along so you can get a better understanding on how to do this. Now we are in this item generator, and we are going to put in our hats. So we are going to do all these sorting stuff. This is like code, but broken down into very simple terms that I can understand. So now that we're here, click type, and then select bundle to condition has component, that one, and then the component custom name. So we scroll down, custom name, and then don't touch this. So on true, you click this, type, select component, and then component, set that to custom name again, and then cases, click this, and then string. Where this is string, that's where you're gonna rename the carved pumpkin in the anvil. So for example, Miku hair. So once you see this model, you're gonna do type, and then you're gonna get this, bundle selected item. You click that, change it to model, and then you can see I accidentally typed in the wrong thing. So we're gonna erase that, type in item slash carved underscore pumpkin. That's gonna be the name of the folder that you saved your model in, slash again, and then the name of the model without the .json file. So you know, this one was miku underscore hair. I don't know why I said hair like that, but, and then fallback. You don't really need the fallback. If you want to, you can. I will leave mine blank for now, but what the fallback does is that when you rename any pumpkin to a wrong name, it will give you a different model. So you can, you know, you can do this, you know, fallback model, and then maybe you had like a item slash carved underscore pumpkin slash missing. I don't know, maybe you could do something like that, but I don't need the fallback, so we're gonna delete it. But then on false, you're gonna do this little time icon, change that to model, and then type in item slash carved underscore pumpkin. Boom. But that's just one hat. You made 2 or more. So what you can do, you can collapse this entry. So just collapse it, and boom. And now what you can do, you see it says add bottom. You got to do all that again. So here's what you do instead. You right click the entry and you get a duplicate feature. Click this button to duplicate it, and now you have 2 miku hairs. So what you do now, you can just change this string to whatever your other hat is. So hat 1 is my other hat, and then change this to whatever that is. So hat 1 without the .json file, and then boom, now you have these components. This is all ready to go. You can do this as many times as you want. You can collapse them, you know, duplicate them as many times as you need to. Maybe make another hat, you know, hat 2. Here, I'm gonna show you what happens if you do this without the actual model in place. So here you go, and boom. Now, again, of course, you can do that as many times as you want. You can do it one time if you want, and there you go. There's all the code. So what do you do now? Well, you can click this little download button. It will download as a draft.json. Go minimize and go to wherever it saved your model. So mine saves in the downloads folder of my computer, so there you go. But go back to your texture pack folder and go all the way back to the beginning. Go into the assets, Minecraft items, and boom. And now, since this is gonna overwrite the carved pumpkin, you're gonna do rename and then just do carved underscore pumpkin, enter, and I'm just gonna drag it in there. So just to make sure, your folder should now look like this. Assets, pack.mcmeta, go into assets folder, you got Minecraft. Let's check out the items folder first. Boom, carved pumpkin.json. If you want to look inside the code, you can. Go right ahead, be my guest. Models, item, carved pumpkin. You got 2 hats or more, maybe you have multiple. Go to textures, item, carved pumpkin. You have 2 models, 2 pictures, or multiple, however you want. Misc, of course, has the pumpkin blur, which is empty. But now let's try it out in the game. So let's open up Minecraft, open up options, resource pack, and this is a hat template folder. Let's put that on, done, and boom, we are in the game. Let's get out of the free cam mode and let's go for a carved pumpkin. You can see there's already an error, but let's overlook that for a quick second. Go into here and put in your carved pumpkin in the anvil. I'm going to in miku hair, and boom, you have miku hair now. Let's put it on. And there you go. Let me put it in free cam mode. And boom, now you have the miku hair that's on there. Boom, wow, very cool, very swag. What happened to the other one that I made? Well, it was called, let me get the card from it again. It was called hat 1, I believe. So hat 1, there you go. Hat 1 is now in here, so you can put that on there, and boom, now you have that. I'm gonna keep this on for the rest of the video though. But now you have this broken, you know, carved pumpkin, and like, you know, it doesn't look good. But when you place it down, it's normal. But you know, you don't want this in your inventory the whole time when you pick up a carved pumpkin. So what are we gonna do to fix that? Well, if this happens to you, you can just do minimize. Let's get out of here. Go into your assets folder, Minecraft, item, carved pumpkin. Let's look back in here, and you see that the fallback on false, item, carved pumpkin. Let's do block instead. Save. We're both trying this at the same time, me and you. It's not just you guys, it's also me learning along this way. And boom, that fixes it. So that was a mistake. So if you want to avoid that mistake, when making all those adjustments. Which folder is it? This one. To not get that problem later on, you can just, you know, change this from item to block instead, and boom, and there you go. It'll also show you the preview of the item just to make sure if it works. So I should have known something was wrong when the carved pumpkin wasn't there. But now you have, you know, get rid of the cape for now. But now you have Miku hair, or this one. Can you right click pumpkins onto your head? No, you can't. And or you can have, you know, snazzy little hat with a little feather on it or something. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with the Miku hair for the end of this video. There you are. There you have it. You have Miku hair. If oh yeah, if you rename carved pumpkins now, it breaks. That's why there's also a thing on false. I'm glad I didn't end the video yet. So again, me and you are learning this as we go on. So we go back, and then the fallback. There's no fallback, so the game doesn't know where to go just in case if something goes wrong. So you click expand, type model, and then do block slash carved pumpkin. There we go. I'm gonna download this again, just download, and then I can just carve underscore kin, and then we just overwrite that, place, and then we just refresh textures. And there you go. So if you ever, like, you know, input something in the anvil, it will no longer just give you a weird ugly block. It will just give you the normal carved pumpkin. But there you go. I know that was a very messy video, but I'm sorry I didn't plan this better ahead of time, let alone I'm doing this while I'm sleep deprived. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this Blockbench tutorial. I know I haven't done one in a while. I hope to do some more in the future. There is some that are actually coming out a lot more. Oh, okay, well, there's a little issue. But anyways, we're gonna overlook that as the video's ended. But yeah, there you go. Now you have Miku hair if you ever wanted that in the game. Don't know who wouldn't want Miku hair. Yeah, you see what I did there. Yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Put in the description whatever you want to see. Shout out to a lot of people. Mickey Joe, of course, is one of the people that give me inspiration to actually continue doing these again, because I used to do them and then I kind of forgot about them because they changed so much in the code. But good thing he gives you a pack that I can learn from. I can open the folders and just learn from it. So props to him. Thank you. And anyways, that's it for the video. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.